Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Macomb High School. As you can see, we're still trying to play a little catch-up here from over the weekend. But I'm Dwayne Hulett. We're here for IHSA Class 2A sectional volleyball. And it is the Blue Bullets of Knoxville and the Titans of West Hancock doing battle here this afternoon. Tegan Perry is on the camera. It is 3-0 early in this one. Blue Bullets with the lead. A couple errors, passing and hitting for the Titans have allowed the Blue Bullets to get out to an advantage, and there is the first point of the match for the Titans. And they'll go back to serve. Titans did have the first serve, so it was a side out and 2 service points for the Blue Bullets. Let you folks watch for a few minutes here, and then I'll catch up with what's going on. And another point for West Hancock makes it 3-2, the first offensive point of the evening. Tegan Perry's on the camera. John Burton's alongside at the moment. Not sure how long I get to keep John, but I appreciate him keeping some stats for me while I'm getting everything up and ready. Our live chat is open. Again, it's postseason. That means one of these two teams will have their seasons done at the end of the night. And a sub coming in for West Hancock after the side out by the Blue Bullets. 4-2 is the score. We'll move that up so it's not in your way down there. I think we should be ready to go here. If you can hear me okay or you think I'm too loud, let me know. I could adjust this kind of on the fly as we went. And an illegal hit. We're in the net violation. And it is a side out back to, well, this is Jordan Clymer, right? Jade Clymer. At the service line. And there's a big block by the Titans. And we are within a tie score now, 4-4. A hitting error makes it 5 for West Hancock now. Bring me another. At the service line, as I said, for West Hancock. And a hitting error makes it 6-4. At the service line for West Hancock's Jaden Clymer. She now has 2 service points. I got 3 service points. It's 5-4. Titans with the lead. There's the attack by Jordan Clymer. Tipped across, and it's going to fall. Kill for Knoxville. Number 2 is Ava White. And a side out back to the Blue Bullets. 6-5 is the score. Back to serve is their libero. Jaden Clymer hammers one down and in. A kill for Jaden Clymer. Her first. Jordan Clymer with the kill, excuse me. I had it right. And a passing error as the server, Jaden Houston, the libero, gets the point and the ace. It's 8-5 West Hancock in a battle of 6 versus 10 in the subsectional brackets. Punched across there by Abby Morrison. Now, block, put back across. Throwing it around a little bit. Jaden Clymer's there. Abby Morrison sets to Jordan Clymer. Outside it goes for Knoxville. And a little dump kill for number 8, Addie Orr. Her first kill. And a side out back to the Blue Bullets. Back to serve for the Blue Bullets. Looks like Addie Orr, number 8. Back to serve. High toss on a jump serve. Jaden Clymer's there. Morrison sets to Jordan Clymer. One-arm dig. And 4 hits. Jordan Clymer back to serve now. Nine 6 is the score, pushed across. Jordan Clymer, now it's going to come off the hands of Kennedy Harrell. Morrison and Harrell over to block, couldn't get a hand on it, but it's overpassed and down by Jordan Clymer, and it goes outside the pole on the attempt back. It's 10-6 as Jordan Clymer gets another service point. And timeout on the floor charged to Knoxville. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to Macomb High School's LJ Insurance Incorporated brings you West Hancock Sports here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Jordan Clymer back serving again. She served 2 straight, I do believe. I have to go back and look at my notes here. Make that one service point, but they're up 4-0. Are the Titans over the Knoxville Blue Bullets. That ball is pushed across. Middle on the attack. Cannot read these numbers very well. I can tell you that the last person that hit the ball must have been number 6 instead of number 8, and I'll get back to that in just a second. And a hitting error. So the kill for Knoxville was actually number 6, Lexi Harshberger, not number 8, Addie Orr. And Harshberger was the one that served. Another point for Jordan Clymer. It's 11-6. Out it comes on the attack. Number 28 is Mara Morrison. Now a big attack. Clymer with a big dig. Middle. Orr pushed it over. Morrison's going to set Mara Morrison. Abby to Mara. That's a 4-hit situation. She didn't get it over the net. A hitting error is a side out. And actually coming in to serve is going to be for Knoxville, number 3, Emerson Fleischer. Morrison tipped off the net and out of bounds. It went off the hands of Abby Morrison over there. A point for Emerson Fleischer. That was a kill for number 11, Holly Brown. Out to Brown it comes. They're going to call a double hit. Side out to the Titans. You want to put a headset on and talk too, since you're sitting here? When you're done eating? Okay. Brown with the attack. Clymer with the dig. Morrison's going to set to Mara Morrison. Off the block, and it'll go out of bounds and fall. A kill for Mara Morrison. Her second. Side out and coming back to serve for the Titans. Going to be number 23, Abby Morrison, the senior. Mara Morrison with a dig. Somebody was in a net there. I'm not sure who it was. The Titans get it across, though. It's tipped across, and Jordan Clymer can't get to it. It'll fall. Tipped across by, I believe, number 3, Emmy Fleischner. Give her a kill. And got some sort of a question here. They didn't want the libero to leave as quickly as the libero left, apparently. Is the only thing I can figure out there. Here's the serve. Morrison sets to Mara Morrison. It's Doug. Tipped across. That was Brockett on the tip. Morrison's going to push this one across. Brockett gets it back. Going to go outside to Brown. Blocked and out. Brown's going to get her second kill via the block error. And another point for the, haven't been keeping up on the scoreboard very well, I apologize. And there's a hitting error by Jaden Clymer. And just like that, it's 13-11. 3 straight service points for Addie Orr. Harrell with the attack. Outside to Brown. It's tipped back down. Somebody in the net. It's going to be Jaden Clymer in the net. Another point for Addie Orr. She's got 4 now. Low serve. Dug there by Houston. Pushed across by Clymer. Middle, it goes to Brockett, dug by Jordan Clymer. Now back to Jaden Clymer on the attack. The lefty from the right side gets the kill and stops the bleeding, at least momentarily, for the Titans. And going back to serve will be Kennedy Harrell, the sophomore for West Hancock. Low hard serve. Dug, not a great pass though. They're going to be able to push it across, and it's blocked right back down by number 19, Brianna Peterson. Now it's Mara Morrison with the attack there. It's going to go outside, no, middle to Brockett. Blocked off of Peterson and out of bounds on West Hancock's side. So it'll be a side out. 14-13 is the score. Back to serve is number 7. That is Abby Harshberger. Houston with the dig. It goes middle. Peterson, or excuse me, that's Jaden Jordan, blocked by Brockett and number 6, Lexi Harshberger. And we're tied at 14. Outside it comes to Peterson. It's blocked. Pushed across by Abby Morrison. Brockett on the attack and out of bounds. A hitting error. Makes it 15-14 Titans. Going back to serve is going to be the senior, number 28, Mara Morrison. Dug in the back row. It's going to be set outside. Harshberger was on the attack. It was blocked. She's going to go at it again. Tip it across this time. Dug up by Morrison. Jordan Clymer sends that one deep and out of bounds. Side out back to Knoxville. Coming into the game for Knoxville, number 11 is Montana Devine. In for the Blue Bullets, number 2 is Ava White. Back serving is the setter, number 13, Macy Nolan. Nolan will set Brockets off the block. Got a chance at it after a good job by Devine. It's going to be pushed across on the free pass by Clymer. Now it's going to be on the attack. Near side was White, and she hit it into the net. I don't think it was actually blocked. I think it went into the net, and it's a side out. And coming back to serve one more time is Jaden Clymer, number 34 for the Titans. There's Brockett, and from the right side, she goes a little long. It's a point for number 34, Jaden Clymer. She's got 4 of those now, and it's 17-15. Titans with a 2-point lead. Middle, this time tipped across. Clymer comes to get it. Abby Morrison out to Jordan Clymer. Off the block. Doug, right side. Big block. Through the block and went on a big hit. We pushed across by Abby Morrison. Outside, blocked and down. Not sure if it actually, they're going to say it was down, so Brianna Peterson's going to get the block. Clymer gets another point. That's 3 straight. Nice dig by Devine, bumped across by Jordan Clymer. Outside on the attack again. It is Harshbarger of the Lexi variety, but another block by Morrison and Peterson. Peterson gets another block. Morrison, I'll give her one as well. Clymer gets her 6th service point. It's 19-15. And a hitting error. Makes it 20-15, Titans with the lead. Blocking has been huge here early in this one as Clymer sends that one into the net. A service error gives the side out back to Knoxville, who had a hard time getting Jaden Clymer off the service line. Serving number 4, Hope Hawkinson, the libero. She's a senior for Knoxville. And here's the serve. It's deep. Devine is there. Abby Morrison sets to Jordan Clymer off the block and uncontrollable by the libero server, Hope Hawkinson. So it's a clock kill for Jordan Clymer. Her 2nd, and a side out for the Titans. And back to serve will be their libero, Jaden Houston. She is just a freshman. And a passing error results in another point. It's 22-16. Timeout Knoxville. They've used both their timeouts here in set number 1. It's a 6-point lead in set number 1. The Blue Bullets trail the Titans 22-16. We'll be back after this.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Welcome back to Macomb High School, LJ Insurance Service Incorporated. Bringing West Hancock volleyball tonight. Houston serves it up again. The Titans lead 22-16 after the timeout by Knoxville. It's just pushed across. Abby Morrison sets to Jordan Clymer off the block, and again, the block, it powers off and over the block, and Hawkinson is just unable to do anything with it as it goes. It was going to go well out. She did finally jump up high enough to get a hand on it, but Houston back to serve one more time. And a hitting error. Or a blocking error, excuse me, not a hitting error. 23-17. Going back to serve is number 6, Lexi Harshberger, junior. She's got 1 kill. Bump set. It's going to be Kennedy Harrell bumping it across. Hawkinson's there. It's going to go middle. That is Orr on the attack. Now outside Jordan Clymer. She tips that one across. Digging it is Brown. Brown now on the attack. She just kind of punches it across with the palm of her hand. Now Jordan Clymer's going to hit the net, but to get it across. Nice dig back there by the setter, number 13, Nolan. Kennedy Harrell can't get that one across. It's a hitting error, and it's 23-18. I do have John Burton on the headset with me now. And John, I don't know if you got to see West Hancock at all this year, but they are much improved from when I saw them at the – oh, those let serves, I still say they should be illegal.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. And I actually believe that they used to be illegal. At least that's what my mom used to tell me when she played.
They were illegal.
I'm not going to say how long ago she played. But
just a couple years ago. Deep serve. Houston's there. Jordan Clymer blocked and out. It's going to be back to West Hancock as it was blocked into the stick. A side out, and it's set point. West Hancock up by 5. Mara Morrison coming back in. Devine coming out. And not a good pass, but they're going to at least get a chance to get it over. Mara Morrison can't handle the pass either. Now it's going to be Jaden Clymer sending a free ball across. It's going to go in the middle. Houston with a big dig. Now it's going to be Mara Morrison pushing it across. Hawkinson goes to get it for Knoxville. Outside to Brown. She tips it across. Jaden Clymer is there. Hit across by Mara Morrison. Dug up. It's going to be a free ball by Nolan. Jaden Clymer is going to come middle to Kennedy Harrell, and 4 hits. Did not get it across. And a side out. So Knoxville staves off one of what would be 5 set points here for West Hancock in set number 1. Going back to serve for Knoxville, number 3, Emerson Fleischer. Her serve dropped, but somehow Clymer got down to it. Mara Morrison gets the kill. And set 1 win, 25-20. We'll take a break and we'll be right back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back. 25-20, the score in set number 1. We'll clear that off. West Hancock gets the win. And it's going to be Knoxville with the first serve here in set number 2. John's going to keep set 2 stats for me, I think. He's shaking his head yes, so.
Yeah, I just started to erase some stuff on here, and the eraser on this mechanical pencil just smeared everything everywhere. But the pencil you just handed me is working a lot better now.
Okay. So here we go. Trouble on serve receive. First server for Knoxville is Abby Harshberger, a defensive specialist, a senior. Touched. Nice job by Houston to get over there and get it. Mara Morrison's going to send a free ball across. Morrison. Kennedy Harrell. Oh, Hawkinson got there, and they.
We're going to call a double hit in the back row. I'm not exactly sure. I know the first one looked like one arm. The second one must have been
one fist.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to hit a ball twice with a closed fist. But
well, you would think so.
But the Titans will take it. Side out. Kennedy Harrell serving things up now. Tipped across. Back set. Jaden Clymer, dug by Hawkinson. Nolan's going to set far side. And a big-time hit by Lexi Harshberger, the junior, sent that one down. She's had some good hits. They've just been blocked at the net. Both teams, John, have done a very good job blocking here early, well, at least through set number 1.
Yeah, and I've noticed that. I noticed that a lot in the first set. Both teams up front. It appears West Hancock definitely has the size advantage up there with Clymer. But number 14 on that West Hancock side.
Brockett.
Yeah. She can really get up there. She jumps well, gets up to the block nets, and hits really well too. So it's really been closely contested at the front line of the net for both teams so far.
Brianna Peterson gets the kill on serve receive right there from the right side. She'll move to the middle now where she normally plays. And Mara Morrison will go back to serve here with the Titans up 2-1. It was funny before the match started tonight, Mr. Horrell, Steve Horrell, the AD for Macomb, gave the teams the ball that they were supposed to play with tonight and said, hey, you guys need to warm up with these because they're really slick. Pushed across, dug up with one arm. Mara Morrison goes to get it. Houston's going to send a free ball across. It got there. Brockett kind of bumped that up out of self-defense. Harshbarger's got the block in front of her again. Now here comes Jordan Clymer, and she hits it down the line but out of bounds, a hitting error, and it's 2-2. Coming in is Montana Devine, replacing Mara Morrison in the back row. Devine. Abby Morrison sets to Jaden Clymer, and down it goes. Jaden Clymer gets the kill, and it's a side out again. We're still on serve, John, literally, as nobody scored an offensive point. Back and forth here.
Yeah, not yet, but Clymer was able to last game. She really hard time getting her off the service line, so we'll see if maybe she can run off a couple here for West Hancock.
Harshberger hits that one into the net, a hitting error. That's the 8th service point for Jaden Clymer. Hawkinson, Nolan. Dig by Houston as the attack was over there by Orr. Pushed across. Middle. Orr again on the attack. It's tipped. Clymer went down to get it. Pushed across by Peterson. Nolan's going to back set this time. And down the line and out of bounds. The hit by number 13. That's Macy Nolan, who is normally the setter. Had the attack there as they were out of system a little bit. Nolan back sets, and that never got over the net. That was an attack by, is that number 8 or number 6?
Number 6 back there. Number 8's on the left side.
Well, she just serve? She can't be attacking from the front row. And out on the serve, and it's 6-3. And sorry, I was trying to figure things out more than running the scoreboard right there. There is Harshberger, so maybe she didn't serve last time. I had that all discombobulated. And there is Peterson with the kill. A side out, and Houston going back to serve. Jaden Houston, the freshman libero for the Titans, and some sort of a stoppage in play here for the ball, apparently. Well, they went and tracked the other one down finally, it looks like. Nolan sets outside to Holly Brown, dug up by Devine from 111 to another. Pushed across by Jordan Clymer. Now Orr does the same. Abby Morrison.
Guess they called a net violation there on the far side.
They called it on Abby Morrison, but she wasn't anywhere near the net.
Yeah,
the ball hit the net.
Didn't think so either. She was able to kind of get it flipped across pretty nicely there with the left hand, but I don't know if foot maybe crossed over the line, but be a side out Knoxville nonetheless.
Kennedy Harrell with the attack, dug back there by Harshberger. Holly Brown pushes across. Jaden Harrell is there. Near side to Jordan Clymer. It's blocked, and then she digs it herself. Kennedy Harrell now is going to hit it off the block, and it's going to fall. Kennedy Harrell gets the kill. Montana Divine comes out. Mara Morrison checks back in. Going back to serve is going to be number 30, Jordan Clymer. She has a couple service points in the first set and 2 kills. And blocked and back down, or had to dig it up herself. Brown's going to send it across. Jordan Clymer's there. Now it's going to come out to Mara Morrison, and she hits it into the net. Side out, Knoxville going back to serve will be Addie Orr. Addie had 4 service points in set number 1. Abby Morrison. Mara Morrison hit that one deep. It's out, and a point for number 8, Addie Orr. And the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Knoxville trails 1-0. They have to get a win here.
If they were called on in the front row, that was on Abby Morrison. Dwayne's over here shaking his head. Not too sure about that one either. The play definitely calling it a little tighter than most games you see here. Of course, we are in the first round of regionals, so you'd expect that to some extent, but
No, you wouldn't. Mara Morrison gets the kill. It's 9-7. We can call it, you would expect it to be called correctly.
Correctly, exactly.
Not tighter, not looser, correctly. That's what you would expect. Holly Brown from the right side, nice hit, but it's dug. Jaden Clymer says, I'll show you how to do it from the right side. Of course, it's a little benefit when she's a lefty from the right side, but she's a pretty good one over there. It's 10-7. And Abby Morrison back to serve it up again. She'll come take her spot as a setter. Pushed across by Brockett. Morrison to set now. Man, I was going to go to Mara Morrison on more of a rip, as I was inclined to be told it was called. And a kill there for Gracie Brockett, the junior middle hitter for Knoxville. It's 10-8 after the side out. Back serving is number 7, Abby Harshbarger, senior defensive specialist. And Jaden Clymer hits that one into the net. 10-9, the score now. And an overpass by Mara Morrison results in a kill for Brockett, and we're tied at 10. Mara Morrison, Abby Morrison, back set Kennedy Harrell. Punched up by Harshbarger. Now tipped across by Brockett and out of bounds. A hitting error gives the lead back to West Hancock. And I think I was doing the score backwards the whole time in this set.
Were you?
I think I was.
If you were, I didn't notice.
A service error ties it at 11. On Kennedy Harrell's serve. Freshman libero Jaden Houston will check back in. Back to serve the setter, number 13, Macy Nolan. She's just a junior. She'll be back another year for Knoxville. Abby Morrison out to Peterson, who hits it into the net. First lead of the match, I believe, for Knoxville. No, they led early in set 1. So the first lead is set 2 for Knoxville at 12-11. Nolan serve, dug up by Houston. Morrison punched that one across. Brockett blocked by Peterson. Pushed across, Houston's there. Abby Morrison sets middle, Peterson tips it. Dug up by number 12, that's Lainey Tuthill, excuse me. Nolan sets middle to Brockett. Brockett is out of bounds, a hitting error. Jordan Clymer did everything she could to get to that one and missed it, and it ended up working out.
Yeah, that was definitely close along the near sideline here. Line judge said it was out, so it'll be Another point for West Hancock, and we are tied up at 12.
Mara Morrison serve or on the attack, and she gets the kill. Blue Bullets retake the lead. Montana Devine checks back in. Going back to serve will be Brockett. Back in the front row will be Addie Orr for Knoxville. It's 13-12. Deep and out. Well, that was a lot. These serves from that end they all look like they're really like way out, and then they fall in. That one was not nearly as far out as I thought it was going to be when she let it leave her hand.
Yeah, a little bit of a different angle sitting down where we are here tonight. And this Knoxville team has really done a nice job serving that one, just a little bit too much on it.
And that's out of bounds, no touch. Nobody touched it, reportedly. And that was a hit by Lexi Harshberger. And the Titans retake the lead, 14-13. Back set Orr. That one is in. No, it wasn't Orr, it was Harshberger. It was Lexi Harshberger. I can't tell the 6 and the 8 apart, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird font there. I was kind of struggling with that earlier on, too. And it doesn't help that the players look kind of similar, too.
Yeah, same height.
Same height, yeah.
Blocked and down. Peterson gets another kill off the block, and the Titans retake the lead 15-14. Two very evenly matched teams as Houston goes back to serve.
Yeah, and that's something that you would kind of expect here. Knoxville, of course, the 6 seed. West Hancock, the 10 seed here in regionals. But, yeah, this West Hancock team has really surprised me through 2 sets. They've been able to keep up well and took the set number 1 and are now playing Knoxville pretty close here in set number 2.
16-14 now after the foul call. Deep serve and in, an ace for Houston. Again, a little slow call over there, but good one for the Titans as Houston's back to serve again. Bumped across after the block. Morrison sets to Harrell. Harrell bumped across again, dug up.
I'm not exactly sure how you call that a lift there. She went up. I mean, it was an attack on the overpass. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm kind of confused on that one.
Let them play. Jordan Clymer blocked. Harrell. Blocked again. Clymer goes to get it. It's bumped up. Pushed across by Jaden Clymer. Nolan out to Holly Brown. Bumped down off the block of Harrell. Holly Brown gets the kill, number 11. And the point for number 3, Emerson Fleischer. That's her second point. It's 17-16. Jaden Clymer. Now Harrell off the bump set into the net. We're tied at 17. Timeout, West Hancock. They've used one. We'll keep it, actually, we'll send it out for about 30 seconds. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to Macomb High School as LJ Insurance Services Incorporated brings West Hancock Volleyball to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We're tied at 17, set number 2. West Hancock leads 1-0. They won the first set 25-20. I'm Dwayne Hulett. John Burton's alongside. Tegan Perry is up on the camera tonight, so I want to thank him for coming as a late addition to the crew. Harrell blocked and down. The setter, number 13, Macy Nolan, with a big block.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Nolan was hyped up after that. Is able to give her team the lead, 18-17 here late in set number 2, and they're going to call another lift there. That was on number 24 on the West Hancock side, and now Knoxville 2-point advantage.
Out to Harrell. And a kill for Kennedy Harrell. Gets the serve back for the Titans. And Jordan Clymer going back to serve. 19-18. Blue Bullets, the 6th seed, lead by 1 here in game 2 over the Titans, the 10 seed. Holly Brown, that's off the block. That's off the block. Yep, that's a good call there. Side out to the Blue Bullets. That was number 11, Holly Brown, I believe, on the attack, wasn't it?
Yes. Sorry, I was just double check. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Double checking numbers. There we go.
Addie Orr, Houston. Abby Morrison, now to Mara Morrison, over the block, pushed up. Nolan dumps it across. Abby Morrison now back to Mara Morrison again, deep. Addie Orr is there. Nolan outside to Holly Brown. It's blocked, but through the block and down. Holly Brown gets another kill, and it's 21-18.
Back-to-back kills there for Brown, and Knoxville now up by 3. Just 4 points to go.
Abe Holes is in the house watching some volleyball today. Is Jordan Clymer gets that one. Mara Morrison deep and out. Wheels falling off for West Hancock a smidge here. And another timeout's going to be called by them. I always know that Abe is I know Abe is in the house of a game because the only time he ever messages me is when he's at a volleyball game or a sporting event and he sees me and he sends me a picture and says, "Hi, Dwayne." He's over in that area over there somewhere taking in a little volleyball tonight. He's a racer that I've dealt with for many years. It's good to hear from Abe.
Yeah,
though.
that's not creepy or stalkerish at all, really.
No, not at all. That's, if you know Abe, actually I guess he must be right over there. There he is. So, yeah, he must be right over there looking at us and making fun of me, I'm sure, is probably what he's doing. So he deserves to be made fun of a little, too. Used to call him the dog man because he had all kinds of, I think, Labradoodles or something like that he bred back in the day. Addie Orr back to serve again with her team up by 4, 22-18. They're down a set, and that is out. So many times, John, you come out of that timeout and you're all pumped up, and that next serve is just out wide or out deep.
Yeah, and we'll see if West Hancock can kind of strive that off here as well as that serve's able to get in. Again, West Hancock coming into this one a little bit of an underdogs, and big kill there, not quite able to keep the block in bounds.
Holly Brown gets the kill for the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Now going back to serve is going to be number 7, Abby Harshberger, the defensive specialist who has played well here in game number 2. Mara Morrison, now it's going to go to Jaden Clymer. She tips it across. They go to get it. Nolan's going to bump set out to Harshberger. What a dig by Clymer, but it's going to be out of bounds. That's a huge hit over there by the junior outside hitter, Lexi Harshberger. And it is set point for the Blue Bullets. We're going to go 3, it would appear here. Take a heck of a run back by the Titans. It's not impossible, though. Brockett tips it across. Harrell now on the attack. Hawkinson there. Brockett's going to tip it across again. Jordan Clymer again. Backside to Jaden Clymer. Libero getting a lot of action. Harshberger. Oh, it's tipped up. They're going to say it hit the chair.
It did. It did.
And set number 2 goes to Knoxville, 25-19.
We will play 3 to decide the regional quarterfinal contest.
So we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. It's going 3. Set 1, 25-20 West Hancock. Set 2, 25-19 Knoxville. The rubber match is up after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I
chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
And welcome back to Macomb High School, LJ Insurance Services Incorporated. Keith Yex is in the house tonight as we're getting ready to go here. And Coach Horrell is already pointing up a row. Nobody's sitting on the floor over there as the Bomber student section's already filling in on the far side. So the teams that serve first won. So Kennedy Harrell's going to serve first again.
Both teams have 2 timeouts. Once again, the scoreboard is clear. This is set number 3.
It is a full 25-point set that we're working to get to now. So we'll see what happens. As it was 25-20 West Hancock in set 1, 25-19 Knoxville in set 2. Both teams kind of ran away late in each of their set victories. So, but the beginning, John, of both sets were pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see that. 2 very evenly matched teams here, 2 very evenly matched programs. And as you mentioned, play close throughout the majority of the set. One team pulls away, so we'll see if maybe one of these teams could take a lead early on, and I think that could transfer into a win here in set number 3.
Nolan, and free ball comes across by Brown. Kennedy Harrell's there. Abby Morrison sets to Peterson off the block, dug up by Nolan, so they're out of system. A back row attack by Harshberger of the Lexi variety. Jaden Clymer gets the kill on the far side. And it is 1-0. West Hancock as Kennedy Harrell starts things off. I will point out also, though, that is the first time that either team has scored on their first service.
Yeah, absolutely, kind of breaking the trend there a little bit. Another nice serve there into the back row, a little bit of missed pass, and Knoxville sends the free ball across.
Abby Morrison sets to Mara Morrison, pushed deep. Lexi Harshberger's there. Middle to Brockett, into the net, dug up, over. Holly Brown had it, back to Holly Brown. It goes way outside. Harshberger tracks it down. It comes across. I don't know how that got over the net. Brockett got that over the net by flying at it. It's not a kill. It's a side out, though. And Jaden Clymer had her hands over the net, and it hit her hands and rolled around her hand and came down. I have no idea how that ball got over the net.
Yeah, it just kind of hit the side of Clymer's hands and was just able to creep across, and it would be a side out for Knoxville.
Abby Harshberger's the server. Mara Morrison sends that one across. Middle to Brockett, dug by Jordan Clymer. To the net it comes, a little jousting session, won by the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Outside it goes to Lexi Harshberger's block, tipped up by Orr, pushed across. How was that not 2 hits? And that's Peterson hitting it into the net, a hitting error, and Knoxville leads by 1, 2-1. Abby Harshberger's next serve. Peterson way out the backside of the court. 3-1's the score. Knoxville leading early here. Houston had a little trouble with that, but they're able to get a free ball across. Hawkinson. Nolan to Brockett, and it's going to fall off the block of Peterson. Nobody was there off the block, and it's 4-1 and a timeout. No, a sub coming in. Coming in for West Hancock is going to be number 2, Lakin Larson, a junior. She'll replace Abby Morrison. Larson, a setter as well, I believe. Pretty hard to come off the bench in set number 3. Houston, Larson, tipped across by Peterson and down. A kill for Brianna Peterson and a side out for the Titans. Mara Morrison back to serve. Lakin Larson actually played quite a bit earlier in the season when we saw her at the Suns Classic. Nolan quicks it to the middle to Brockett. Jousting match. They got that across. What a job by Knoxville. Pushed deep corner. White, and then now it's going to be Nolan sending another free ball across. Jordan Clymer sends that one across. Now they're in system. Nolan out to Lexi Harshberger. It's blocked up and then falls down as Peterson missed it. Jaden Clymer was trying to go down and get it as well after that, but could not. It's 5-2. Montana Devine comes back in for Mara Morrison. Back to serve is Nolan. Into the front row for Knoxville, number 12, Lainey Tuthill. Devine. Larson had the set there. Middle it comes to Brockett. Off the block, Doug. Now Larson sets it to Peterson, and she'll get the kill. Drops it in front of the diving back row of Abby Harshberger and the libero, Hope Hawkinson. Jaden Clymer back to serve now, number 34. Blocked in a big way by Peterson and Jordan Clymer. And another point for the Titans as they close it to 1, 5-4. Jaden Clymer's next serve. She has served well tonight. Tipped across and back, pushed back by Peterson. Now it's going to be punched across. Dug in the back row by Hawkinson off of Jordan Clymer's attack. Now Lexi Harshberger. Lakin Larson gets a bump set. At least they kept it alive. Outside, nope, middle to Brockett. Big time block again by Peterson. Another point, and we're tied at 5.
Yeah, Peterson did a nice job closing that block up in the front row. Was able to send it all the way back into the back row of Knoxville. There'll be another service point for Clymer, and we are tied up at 5.
Middle, blocked, dug up by Devine. Larson sets middle to Peterson. She pushes it deep, and a miscommunication in the back row gives the Titans a 1-point lead, 6-5. Donut Man is watching. If you are watching, have a favorite team, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We'd love to get their names out here and get your names out as well. There's a block on a tip by Brown. Or not Brockett, excuse me. Now Larson tips it or passes it to Jordan Clymer, who gets a kill. And a timeout Knoxville as West Hancock has retaken the lead 7-5 here in the deciding set number 3. And pressure in a set 3 has got to be the only thing equivalent probably is maybe the bottom of the 9th or top of the 9th if you're behind to a home team in baseball, or maybe the last set of a tennis match or something. But it's so much deciding on so many other factors other than what you have control of.
Yeah, and not to mention, I mean, this is regionals. We are in win or go home territory basically for both these teams. So that just adds to the stakes on both sides here in set number 3. And who else back there but Jaden Clymer able to give the West Hancock Titans a lead here in set number 3. We'll see if they can maintain it.
Isaac Nolan's watching his sister Macy from college. Great to have big brother watching little sister. Oh, and that just barely in, but what a shot by Lexi Ashcraft. And now Addie Orr comes back in, but Lexi Ashcraft, who's the outside hitter, John, got up and nailed that one, and the libero Hawkinson back to serve now.
Yeah, and she's another one on this Knoxville team. I mean, we contacted earlier, not really a whole lot of vertical size, but the leaping ability of these girls that play out front row for Knoxville, definitely I would say more athletic than the West Hancock. Maybe just don't have the size.
Ace for Hawkinson there on the service point and the ace at 7-7. As I want to say, Macy Nolan's been playing a pretty good game herself. Lakin Larson sends that one across with the punch. Blocked down by Peterson. Larson now set a double set there. Now it's going to go out to Lexi Ashcraft, and that's out. As close as the last one was to being out, that one was that far out. Right on the line here. And it's 8-7 Titans. And back to serve is the freshman libero, number 14, Jaden Houston. Nolan back set. Ashcraft blocked by Clymer. Jordan Clymer has been huge at the net today for West Hancock. Houston gets the service point and another one. It's an ace as well. 10-7. West Hancock with the lead. This would be considered an upset if they can get a win. 10 versus 6. West Hancock's the 10, and that one got under that one a little bit and sent it out the back. And Lexi Ashcraft going back to serve now. Harshbarger, excuse me. Lexi Harshbarger. I said Ashcraft. Harshbarger. And she serves that one out. One service error deserves another, apparently. It's 11-8. Devine comes out. Mara Morrison back in for the Titans. Jordan Clymer back to serve. Or now it's going to be Brown on the attack, and she's off of that one just a bit, a hitting error, and it's 12-8. Jordan Clymer's serve, Orr. Nolan to Orr, and she hits that one into the net. 13-8. I think the Titans team that you're seeing right now is the Titans team that I think everybody expected to see all year. They got off to a slow start, but they are playing pretty well here tonight. Lakin Larson and Jordan Clymer hits that one into the net. Her service will come to an end. And going back to serve will be number 3, Emerson Fleischer. Clymer. Larson, excuse me. Lakin Larson. Tipped across. Houston sends that one across. Nolan out to a tip to Holly Brown. Lost her name for a second. Nolan middle to Orr, driven it down. Addie Orr gets the kill, and it's 13-10. White back to serve again. Senior. Larson, Morrison hitting air. 13-11.
And this has really been a game of runs in both sets. I mean, we just saw West Hancock had the 5-point lead, and now here in the middle of the final set here, number 3, Knoxville starting to build some momentum.
Well, there's a one-arm dig. It's an overpass, though. Bump set back to Mara Morrison. Off the net and down. I don't think that got over. I'd call that a hitting error as well, and it's 13-12. Larson sets middle to Harrell this time. It's blocked, but down between the net and the blocker, a kill for Kennedy Harrell. And it's 14-12, a 2-point advantage. And the setter, number 2, Lakin Larson, a junior, serves it up for West Hancock. Outside. Brown gets the kill. They blew the whistle and said it was down. I didn't think it ever touched the ground.
Yeah, and not when the whistle was blowing at least. That one kind of just rode the block all the way down. It's a kill for Brown nonetheless. Side out Knoxville.
Addie Orr with the serve. Jaden Clymer pushes that one across. White comes up to get it. Out to Holly Brown. Pushed across. Brought up. Clymer sends it across. Nolan to Brockett and in. Kill for number 14, Gracie Brockett. And we're tied at 14. Timeout, West Hancock. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just about 30 seconds.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back. Addie Orr back to serve it up one more time. She had 4 service points in the first set. That's trouble, but Houston went to get it. Lakin Larson sends it across. Orr went down. Nolan. Brown blocked by Harrell. And a side out for West Hancock. A huge, huge side out for the Titans. 15-14, Titans clinging now to a 1-point lead after the side out. Kennedy Harrell's serve. Into the net from the back row, the attack by Lexi Harshbarger. 16-14, Kennedy Harrell with the serve at this point.
Harrell serves once again, overpass there. This one popped up to the net, and they're going to call a double hit in the front row. That'll be a side out for the Blue Bullets. 16-15 now is the score. Number 7 coming back to serve.
That's Abby Harshbarger. Houston with the serve receive. Lakin Larson with the set. Off the block, it was hit by Jaden Clymer. Now outside to, oh, what a block by Peterson. And Jaden Clymer on the attack by Lexi Harshbarger. And 17-15. Mara Morrison back to serve now. Deep, Hawkinson has it. Macy Nolan. Brockett pushes it across. Morrison's there. Peterson off the hands of Harshbarger. And it's a 3-point advantage as number 28, Mara Morrison, gets the service point, and she'll go back to serve again. Morrison serve. Trouble for Hawkinson. White's there. It's pushed across on a free ball by Nolan. Outside to Jaden Clymer. Nolan has to track that one down. Pushed across. Low pushed across. It's dug up by Harshbarger. Now Brockett, that's the first time they've had an attack, and they finally got something to work. They had been out of system, John, that entire volley there, but finally their first chance in system, and they get the kill.
Yeah, nice job up front there, able to just pound that one off the blocks, goes out of bounds, kind of right into the West Hancock bench. Gets a late side out here, and this third set has really played out much like we've seen the first 2 sets. Pretty evenly matched throughout most of it. We'll see which team is able to take a lead here late.
Macy Nolan, the server. It was pushed across. Now it's going to be Lexi Harshbarger, and she gets the kill. 1-point game, 18-17. Number 6, Lexi Harshbarger, the outside hitter, a junior, has had a good game for Knoxville. And when her and Brockett are in the front row, and then when her and Orr are in the front row, it's a formidable duo up there. Nolan serve. Larson. And a hitting error for Jaden Clymer on a back row attack attempt, but they really couldn't do anything else with it with the pass where it was. Larson didn't have a choice. It's tied at 18. Jordan Clymer off of Abby Harshbarger, and a side out again when it was tied. It's back to a 1-point advantage for the Titans. Kennedy Harrell comes in a little early, apparently. Back to serve is Jaden Clymer. Deep left corner. Trouble. They were able to go and have a free ball get it across, though. Jaden Clymer. Larson. Peterson blocked by Brockett. Number 14 gets the kill, or gets the block, and it's 19-19. And back to serves the libero, Hope Hawkinson, for the Blue Bullets. In a race to 6 now between these two teams, tied at 19. It's 1 set apiece. Barely pushed across, going to be pushed back across. Devine is there. Outside Clymer, blocked and up. It's dug up by Harshbarger. Now Tuthill is going to send it across. Middle, it's going to go to Peterson. Tipped across. Blocked. Now Peterson again. Dug across. Dug up. Nolan, nice bump set. Jaden Clymer's there. Out to Jordan Clymer. Blocked and way out of bounds. Jordan Clymer just used the block, abused the block, gets the side out, and the freshman going back to serve. Now Kennedy Harrell comes back into the front row. Jaden Houston goes back to serve, the libero. Deep serve. Hawkins in trouble with it. Going to need help. Sent across by the Blue Bullets. Now it's going to come middle to Kennedy Harrell. It's going to be an overpass. Houston's there. Larson to Jordan Clymer to hit the pole. Side out, tied at 20. 20-20 in set number 3. It's one set apiece. The scores of the first two at this point, John, really don't matter, do they?
No, they absolutely do not. As we kind of mentioned earlier, all the stakes riding on this third set. And what a way to open regionals here at Macomb. Can't ask for it to be much closer.
Lake and Larson just bailed out Knoxville. They blocked it out of bounds, and she went and dug it anyway. It's going to be middle, tipped across. Oh, Jaden Clymer goes down to get one. Outside to Jordan Clymer. Oh, what a dig back there. Who was that? Harshberger of the Lexi variety. Devine bumps it up, and it hits the basket above the ceiling or above the floor. It's been rolled up, and the Blue Bullets have their first lead since early in this game.
And that's tough because if she would have been maybe a foot or so closer towards the near sideline, that ball would have missed the basket there. Would have been playable for West Hancock.
Nolan, Harshberger, Tuthill. Devine. It's going to be a free ball, short. Tuthill went to get it. Nolan out to Holly Brown. It's going to drop down inside to block. And it's a 2-point advantage for Knoxville now, 22-20. Timeout, the last timeout of the match for West Hancock. Trailing by 2. And we said that both those first sets, John, were close, and then one team kind of opened up. Stayed closer longer, but here's Knoxville trying to just open up at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Knoxville just 3 points away from closing this set out, trying to stave off kind of the upset, I guess you could say. But watching these two teams play, I mean, you can see how evenly matched they are. First two sets were close, and we are in for a thriller here late in set number 3.
So the timeout is over. It's 3 points away from a second round game for West Hancock, or for Knoxville, 5 points away from a second round game for West Hancock. That's such a high toss. Devine goes down to get it on the serve. Kennedy Harrell, right corner, dug by Harshberger. Now that's going to be Tuthill, then dug by Clymer. Now Jordan Clymer. They're out of system. Holly Brown on the attack. Jordan Clymer pushed across by Harrell. Hawkinson's there. Nolan middle to Orr, and it'll drop. 1 point, make that 2 points away now. Checking in for West Hancock is going to be number 32, Autumn Hill, a sophomore. She's going to be the next setter in line, apparently, as she replaces Lake and Larson. You cannot let Knoxville get into system. They are tough in system. They're out of system now. There comes a free ball. Middle to Harrell. Blocked, but down. Kennedy Harrell gets the kill. And it's a 2 point lead for Knoxville, 23-21. Montana Devine comes out. Back to serve is Jordan Clymer. Or Nolan. That was Brown. Now it's going to be Mara Morrison. Nolan had it. Hawkinson digs it up. Pushed across. Houston's there. Mara Morrison bumps it across with a free ball. Outside, Brown, and off the kill by Holly Brown. Gets it match point for Knoxville. Coming in to serve for Knoxville, number 3, Emerson Fleischer, the senior defensive specialist. Be a good senior memory to score a regional victory winning point. Kennedy Harrell, dug by Harshbarger. Outside Brown again, and out of bounds. One match point is staved off. Back to serve number 32, Autumn Hill, a sophomore for West Hancock, and it takes 2 to keep this one alive. The lefty hits it into the net, and that's how it's going to end. So the win goes to Knoxville, 25-22 in set number 3. So Knoxville gets the win, 20-25, 25-19, 25-22. West Hancock season comes to an end in a heartbreaking fashion. And we'll have Macomb and Beardstown up next here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So with that in mind, we're going to call this quits. If you want to know some stats, we'll talk about those at the start of the Macomb game. So West Hancock season comes to an end on the volleyball court. 20-25, 25-19, 25-22. Knoxville Blue Bullets get the win. They earn the honor, John, of playing Quincy Notre Dame tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and what an honor that is. Of course, that Quincy Notre Dame team, definitely one of the toughest volleyball teams in the area, so definitely be an interesting matchup there. But Knoxville looked pretty good here tonight against West Hancock. We'll see if they can get it done tomorrow night.
Yep, so that's going to do it from Macomb High School. The season comes to an end for West Hancock. I'm Dwayne Hulett. He's John Burton. Tegan Perry was on the camera tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again for boys basketball with West Hancock.